Good day everyone, I am Florinda Agustin together with Ros Angapuya, and we are here to present our topic titled Accreditation of Hotels and Tourism Establishment in the Philippines based on the Tourism Act of 2009. What is accreditation? Accreditation is a certification issued by the Department of Tourism or DOT. This certification is given to tourism-related businesses that meet the minimum standards in facilities and services. Once accredited, these businesses can operate officially and are recognized by the government. Accreditation is valid for 2 years unless it is revoked earlier due to violation or non-compliance. The purpose of accreditation is to ensure the safety and satisfaction of guests. It helps maintain quality and professionalism across tourism establishments. Accreditation also promotes and enhances tourism in the Philippines by encouraging businesses to meet high standards. This applies to various tourism-related establishments like hotel, resort, travel agencies, restaurants, spa, theme park, and many more. Now, let's talk about the accreditation process. Number 1, the process begins by submitting your application online, along with all the required documents to the Department of Tourism. Number 2, after receiving the application, the DOT will conduct an inspection of the establishment to check if it meets the standards. Number 3, if there are any issues of deficiency, the establishment is given up to 3 months to correct them. Number 4, if the business fails to comply or fix the issues, the DOT may cancel the accreditation or downgrade its status. This process ensures that the only qualified and quality establishments are recognized and promoted in the tourism industry. Once an establishment becomes accredited by the Department of Tourism, it can enjoy several incentives and benefits. Number 1, incentives and benefits. First, the company profile will be included on the official DOT website, which helps promote their services to both local and international tourists. Second, they can access subsidized training programs like waitering, housekeeping, and tour guiding, which improve the skills of their staff and service quality. Third, the OT provide endorsement for tourism infrastructure projects that can qualify for tax incentives and even duty-free importation of equipment. And fourth, accredited tourist transport operators may be given exception from MMDA's number coding scheme, making it easier for them to move around Metro Manila without restriction. Fifth, accredited establishments are allowed to use shuttle service for their guests and this physical by being exempted by LTFRB from certain public transport restrictions. 6. Land transport operators can be granted a Certificate of Public Convenience or CPC by the LTFRB, which is essential for legal operation in the tourism transport sector. 7. Accredited businesses can also receive endorsement to the Department of Foreign Affairs to act as accredited agents for passport processing, offering added convenience for tourists and their clients. 8. They enjoy the privilege of pre-posting of their marketing materials, like flyers or ads, at major airports, which gives their businesses added exposure to both domestic and international travelers. 10. Accredited establishment can be included in local and international tour package through endorsement by the Department of Tourism. This expands their customer reach and helps attract more tourists. 11. The DOT also provides endorsement to CHED for educational partnership. This allows local tour operators and guides to be involved in students, educational tours and field trips opening new opportunities for collaboration with school and universities. 12. Businesses gain access to valuable tourism data. These include visitor arrivals, statistics, market profiles, and domestic travel survey. The DOT also offers technical assistance to help establishment plan and improve their marketing strategies based on the real research and trends. 13. Accredited businesses are given automatic membership with the Tourism Promotion Board, the marketing arm of the Department of Tourism. This allows them to participate in sales mission, business matching events, and international travel trade fairs to promote their service abroad subject to certain conditions. 14. The DOT can issue an endorsement to the Commission on Election so that the business can be exempted from the liquor ban during election periods, especially helpful for hospitality businesses like hotels and restaurants. 15. Accredited establishment may also be endorsed to embassies and travel trade associations, giving them that chance to have their facilities and services recommended for use by international clients and partners. And lastly, the DOT provides official ID cards to the bona fide employees of accredited businesses. This ID helps verify their application with DOT-recognized establishment and offer professionalism credibility. Hotel Classification 1992 Standard. Hotel in the Philippines are classified into four categories under the 1992 DOT standards. Deluxe Class offers luxury, top-notch amenities and premium services. First Class, high quality service and facilities, great for businesses or leisure. Standard Class, basic but comfortable accommodation at moderate prices. Economy Class, budget-friendly hotels with a minimal service. These classifications help guide travelers in choosing the right hotel based on their needs and budget. Resort classification. Just like hotel resorts in the Philippines are classified by Department of Tourism. Class AAA, top-tier resort with excellent facilities, services, and amenities. Class AA, high-quality resort with upgraded features and good service. Class A, basic but decent resort offering essential amenities. Special interest resort that cater to specific activities like diving, surfing, or wellness retreats. This classification helps your preference and budget. The Department of Tourism introduced an updated 5-star grading system through Memorandum Circular 2012. Under the new system, a 1-star rating is given to establishments scoring 251 to 400 points, which is 25% to 40% achievement. The 2-star rating means 401 to 550 points or 41% to 55% achievement. A 3-star rating is awarded for 551 to 700 points, equivalent to 56% to 70% achievement. A 4-star rating required 701 to 850 points, or 71% to 85% achievement. Finally, a 5-star rating is the highest given to establishment with 851 to 1,000 points achieving. So the equivalent is 86% to 100%. This classification ensures consistent quality standards in the Philippines hospitality establishment. A tour operator is an individual or company that offers complete tour services, transportation, accommodation, and tour guiding. To apply for accreditation, the applicant must be a Filipino citizen. A partnership that at least 60% Filipino-owned or or a corporation with at least 60% Filipino ownership. Required documents for accreditation of tour operators. To start the accreditation process, tour operators must submit business registration documents. For single proprietors, a DTI issue business name certificate is needed. So partnerships and corporation must provide certified copies or their article of incorporation or partnership, bylaws with the amendments, and proof of registration with the SEC. The second requirement is a detailed list of the company's officers, tour guides, and employees. Include their nationality, address, experience, affiliation, job, position, and years of service. The manager must have at least 3 years of experience in tour operation, a degree in tourism, or must have complete a certified tour operators course. Foreign employees must present a valid visa and a Department of Labor and Employment permit. The company also need to show proof of a physical office space through a lease contract or sworn statement. A mayor's permit or municipal license is required along with the latest income tax return and audit financial statement. Lastly, an annual performance report showing sales production must be submitted. The tariff sheet must outline all services rates and terms of the tour operator. Additionally, all bicycle use must be accredited by the DOT and bear a tourist plate. As for tour guides, any person who provide guiding services to tourists for pay must also be officially accredited. To be accredited as a tour guide, one must present requirements for issuance of accreditation of tour guide, proof of training from a DOT seminar, or authorized training center. However, this may be waived if the applicant has relevant tourism-related education or experience. A medical certification from a government-accredited physician is also required. Applicant must also secure an NBI clearance as a proof of, good contact. Foreign application need a valid visa and duly issue work permit. Other documents include mayor's permit or municipal license, their latest income tax return, and any additional requirements from the Department of Tourism. Basic requirements for accreditation of tourist land transportation bicycle. Tourist bicycle must have a registered capacity that match their LTFRB franchise. Buses and coaster should not be more than 10 years old, while cars must be the older than 5 years from the date of the manufacture. Importantly, only left-hand drive bicycles are allowed for tourism operation. To ensure safety and comfort, all tourist bicycles must have working air conditioning and carry a fixed extinguisher. Company name and logo must be displayed on both side and rear of the unit. Buses and coasters are required to have a public address system, and every unit should carry a complete first aid kit. The tourist bicycle must have clean and comfortable setting, enough space for passenger, legs and luggage, and a dedicated garage for parking and regular maintenance to ensure safety and service quality. Basic requirements for tourist water transportation bicycle. Number 1. Restroom water. Tourist bicycle must have clean and gender-specific restroom with complete hygiene supplies. For long journey, a shared toilet and bath should be available. Number 2, receptionists must also be present to welcome and assist all passengers. Number 3, Refreshment dining area. Water tourist recycle must have refreshment area and dining space for half of the passenger during long trips. Number 4, promenade area. There should also be a promenade or airing space on the upper deck. Number 5, proper baggage storage. Entrance staff who are courteous and can speak English, speak especially when dealing with foreign guests. Number 7, to ensure passenger safety, all water tourists recycle must have proper lighting on every level. Number 8, life-saving equipment that meets maritime safety standards. Number 9, communication devices that comply with the Philippines Maritime Regulation.
Basic requirement for tourist air transport. 1. Life-saving device. Aircraft must have saving equipment that meets the Air Transportation Office ATO standards. This includes life vest, oxygen mask, and emergency exit to ensure passenger safety in case of emergency. 2. Communication equipment. All aircraft must be equipped with reliable and sufficient communication system. Allowing ATO regulation, these are vital for coordinating with air traffic control and ensure safety flight operation. Accreditation of spa establishment. A spa is a wellness facility that promotes health and relaxation through holistic care, including health and wellness service, fitness and beauty treatments, water therapies, professional care for body, mind, and spirit. Basic requirements for spa establishment. 1. Location and environment. The spa should be in a safe, clean, quiet, and relaxing settings that promote peace and wellness. 2. Reception and lounge. A staff reception counter and comfortable lounge must be available to welcome and accommodating guests. 3. Washroom. There must be clean, separate washroom for males and females, complete with water and toiletries to maintain hygiene. Locker room. Secure locker rooms separate by gender must be provided for guests to store personal items safely during their visit. 5. Shower room. The spa must provide separate clean shower and changing area for male and female guests to maintain hygiene and privacy. 6. Treatment rooms. There must be separate public treatment room for male and female clients. This room should be unlocked, ensuring safety while maintaining comfort and accessibility. Service offered. Spas should provide a range of professional wellness services such as massage and other spa treatments. 8. Staff. All staff must be properly trained in uniform and maintain cleanliness and good grooming for uphold professional standards. 9. Steam sauna water baths. This facility must operate at safe temperature and have clean signage for proper usage, ensuring guest and safety and comfort. 10. Linen and garments. Spa must provide etiquette, clean towels, robes, and sarongs made from good quality fabric for all guests. 7. Administrative office. A proper office space must be available for management and day-to-day operation of the spa. Tourism Act of 2009, RA 9593, signed into a law on May 13, 2009 by President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. The Tourism Act of 2009 declares tourism as a major pillar of the Philippines economy. The law recognizes tourism as a national interest, aims to boost economic growth and culture pride, encourage investment in tourism, promotes job creation, foreign exchange earning, and nation building. The Department of Tourism. The DOT is the main government agency responsible for planning, coordinating, implementing, and regulating the tourism industry in the Philippines. It promotes both domestic and international tourism, aiming to strengthen the community and showcase the country culture. Power of function of DOT. 1. Policy formulation. The DOT creates tourism-related policies, plans, and projects to stimulate both economic and cultural development. 2. Supervision and implementation. It oversees the execution. It oversees the execution of national and local tourism programs and plans, ensuring an alignment with the government goals. 3. International representation. The DOT represents the Philippines in global tourism events, treaties, and forums, promoting the country as top tourism destination. Heritage protection. In partnership with other government agencies, the DOT promotes preservation of Philippines' historical, cultural, and natural sites. 5. Project evaluation. 5. Project evaluation and investment promotion. It evaluates tourism development projects and encourages private sector investment, helping to improve infrastructure and service. 6. Standards and regulation. The DOT sets licensing, accreditation, and quality standards for tourism businesses in coordination with local government units, LGUs, and private sector to ensure safety and quality tourism service. 7. Enforcement. The DOT has the authority to recommend suspension or closure of tourism businesses that violate accreditation rules, ensuring compliance and service quality. Revenue collection. It collects fees and charges necessary for funding tourism-related programs and operation. 9. Research and data management. The DOT conducts studies and maintains the database of tourism statistics and trends to support planning and decision-making. Attached agency of the DOT. 1. Tourism Promotion Board, TPB. Promotes and markets the Philippines internationally and locally as a top tourist destination. 2. Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority. Responsible for building tourism infrastructure and managing tourism enterprise zone. 3. Duty Free Philippines Corporation. 3. Duty Free Philippines Corporation operates duty free to store at airports and seaports for arriving and departing travelers. 4. National Parks Development Committee. In charge of developing and maintaining national parks, including Rizal Parks and Paco Parks. 5. Nayong Filipino Foundation. 5. Nayong Filipino Foundation preserves and promotes Filipino heritage, culture, and tradition through cultural parks and events. 6. Philippine Retirement Authority promotes the Philippines as an ideal retirement destination for foreigners, encouraging long-term stay and investment. 7. Philippine Commission on Sports Scuba Diving regulates and promotes scuba diving in the Philippines, ensuring safety training and environmental protection. 8. Intramuros Administration responsible for the restoration, preservation, and development of Intramuros, the historical walled city of Manila. Salient feature of RA 9593 Tourism Act of 2009. One major feature of this law is creation of tourism enterprise zone. Areas developed especially to boost tourism investment and local growth. 1. Defined area. The TEZ must be a single connected area. 5. Strategic location. This must be located in a way that helps boost local jobs and income and development in the community. Designation of an area as TEZ. Tourism Enterprise Zone. A tourism enterprise zone can be created if a local government unit, LGU, private company, or public-private partnership submits a development plan to TIEZA. TIEZA reviews the proposal to check if it meets the requirements. A TEZ can only be approved if TIEZA gives the green light and there is also a supporting resolution from the local city or municipality. TEZ operator. The TEZ operator is the one in charge of running development, the TEZ. This can be a private corporation, LGU, or government agency. They must also submit their development plan to TIEZA. A board for director manage the operator and appoints a TEZ administration. TEZ administration. The TEZ administration is selected by the board. This person makes sure that all plans, policies, and projects are properly carried out inside the zone. They play an important role in making sure that TEZ is successful and well managed. TEZ Enterprise. These are business inside a tourism enterprise zone that offer tourism-related service like hotel, restaurants, transportation, travel service, and entertainment. To be registered, they must follow legal rules about ownership, capital, and national based on Philippines law. TIEZA Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority. TIEZA, formerly the Philippines Tourism Authority, PTA, is an agency under the Department of Tourism, is in charge of regulating and development TEZ and other tourism projects. It ensures TEZ follows the approved plans and promotes sustainable tourism growth, cultural, economic, and environmental. It also has the power of penalize non-compliant businesses. Incentive for TEZ operators and registered tourism enterprise. 1. Fiscal incentives. A. Income tax holiday. ITH. No income tax for 6 years extendable if improves are made. B. 5% gross income tax instead of most national and local taxes. C. Capital investment in equipment. No tax or customs duty on imported capital goods or equipment needed for business. D. Transportation is spare parts, tax and duty free. D. Transportation and spare parts. Tax and duty free importation of vehicle and spare parts used for tourism operation if not available locally. E. Goods and service. No taxes on imported consumable like hotel supplies and palm oil, etc. Tax credit for national taxes paid on locally brought goods service. F. Social responsibility incentives. Up to 50% tax deduction for business that invest in environmental protection, cultural heritage preservation, livelihood programs for community. 2. Non-fiscal incentives. A. Employment of foreign nationals. Business may hire foreign experts or executive with easier travel and residency option for them and their families. B. Special investor resident visa. Given for foreigners who invest at least USD 200,000, allows long terms and stay in the Philippines. Include renewable work visas for foreign professionals.
C. Foreign currency transaction. C1. Repatriation of investment. Full return of original investment proceed in original currency. C2. Remittance of earnings. Income can be remitted abroad in original investment currency. C3. Loan payments. Freedom to remit for loan, repayment, or teach assistant contract. D. Requisition of investment. No requisition of asset unless during war or national emergency. E. Lease and ownership of land. Foreigners may lease land building in TEZs for up to 50 years, renewable for 25 more. Lease rights may be sold, transferred, or assigned per the Investor Lease Act.
Thank you very much.